video is going to look at inventory status changes in the WMS mobile app. To get there, in the administrator role on my dashboard, I'm going to go to Setup, Custom, Mobile App. Now keep in mind, right, depending on the role that you're in and the permissions that you have, this navigation pane might look slightly different. You can always get to this classic navigation pane if you want. That's a separate individual preference you can set. Now the other thing that we make use of, what's called a mobile login URL. And this is helpful for material handlers who are using the WMS mobile device. It's a simple URL they can click. A lot of times we just put it on the homepage, so that way they don't really have to go through this whole pane on a really small screen. So when I open that mobile app in a new tab, it's going to open it on widescreen, but keep in mind, right, this should be on a screen about the size of your phone. So what we're in right now is called the SCM Mobile, or the Supply Chain Management Mobile App. And that's NetSuite's way of combining supply chain related apps into one screen. So we'll have separate videos on Ship Central and Smart Count. For today, we're just going to be focusing on WMS. When I click that, it's going to bring me to a list of warehouse locations that I can select from. If I had a warehouse location set on my employee record, it wouldn't show this list. I would just be brought straight to the warehouse that I'm in. And when I click here, I'm brought to a page that shows me all of the main activities I can perform in the warehouse, right? I can perform receiving activities, picking activities, vendor returns, and miscellaneous movements, or our inventory. So this is where we have our bin transfers, creating inventory, replenishment, and also our change inventory status, which we're going to use today. When I click that, I have the option to scan or enter that item name if I have sufficient barcoding. Otherwise, what I can go ahead and do is click Find Item and begin to type my item number. If I click Enter, NetSuite's going to say, okay, this item exists in these two bins, and I can just click that item link. Now, what I would do is physically walk over to that bin and scan that bin barcode if I had it. Otherwise, I can type in the bin number that I want, or I can click it from this list. And let's say we want to go to 1A, 1B. When I do that, because this item is lot tracked, NetSuite's going to show me all of the different lot numbers. I can always adjust the way these columns are filtered. I can add more columns if I wanted to. But in this case, I can also see the status and the quantity per status. So let's say I want to use this lot number again. If I have the barcode and I could scan it, I could type it in here, or I can just select the lot number. NetSuite's going to say, okay, your previous status was good. You have 125 in that status. What do you want to move it to? So in this case, let's say, we walked up to the box. We saw that part of the box was kicked in. So we need to move it to a quarantine status, which we can set on those statuses how we want that inventory to interact with other transactions, right? Maybe we want this to not be available for any commitment on sales orders or transfer orders, and we just want to move it off to the side. And we want the quality team to take a look at it. So let's say, there's 25 in that box that we saw. I'll click Enter Quantity, and then NetSuite's going to let me know, okay, your inventory status is complete. If I need to do another inventory status change, I can hit the Change Status button. Otherwise, I can go to the main menu and perform any of the other activities I need to in the warehouse.